and grease testing the breach. Spending breach that I made, putting pens to the sheets. Took a week to retreat from defending the breach. Cause living better, doing more to only ending the beef. I need some time to reflect on the heat and all the payback, but you know I kept my receipts. I bet on a team, let the work show what it means. When you charge it up and turn into a machine, I get the Green Bay J-Love.
Alright, good morning guys. It is a lovely Wednesday morning. It's actually a very nice temperature to go for an easy run. I did mention in my previous video that I was going to do a lot of my sessions inside now, but I looked outside today. I swear every time I whip out this camera, there's always some sort of background noise. This time it's coming from a leaf blower. There's overcast, there's a light drizzle, so it's perfect conditions. I think definitely when the sun is shining, I'm going to be doing the easy runs inside, just because even for like skin reasons as well, it's not really that good to be outside in the sun when it's like 30 something degrees, especially running as well. But yeah, it was a really good run today. Kept my heart rate at around the 152 mark, like maximum I think, and that's kind of like the zone 2 maximum heart rate that I was advised to stick at. And I was still able to hit the pace. I think my average pace was around 5:16, which is well within the 5:10 to 5:20 pace. So very promising stuff. Glad I got outside as well, because you know, time efficiency as well. I can just pop back home, have a shower. Whereas if I go to the treadmill, I need to commute into Central, which takes another hour.
Provide some relief when everything feels hollow and bleak. To live and die in the streets, it's not ideal, but the cycle repeats. Now I'm looking up, asking God, what does it mean? I see fate getting questioned, hate and depression. Dark days feeling like you've lost your connection to anything higher, but I promise it get brighter. Cause I seen it for myself, getting chewed up through the wire. But that's why I think my mission statement now is to provide for the one.
So from the title of this video, I'm going to share with you a few mistakes that I've made during my time in this endurance running sport. Now, by no means I am a qualified running coach or even experienced enough to give you guys solid advice, but I feel like these mistakes that I've made are pretty universal to most people, and I know a lot of you guys who are new here as well are really into running, and I thought it would also give some value to you guys to maybe not make these sorts of mistakes in your training. So the first mistake that I made, which I think applies to a lot of people, especially new runners, and I made this mistake myself, is not running my easy runs easy. I think the science has shown these days that running in zone 2 and doing the majority of your runs in zone 2 does contribute to building that engine, building that aerobic capacity to allow you to go longer and faster, as long as you're still doing your speed sessions. But you know, coming from a sporting background, and if you come from playing a different sport, I think we're so used to grinding and pushing ourselves so hard during the workout and doing the whole no pain no gain, but that doesn't really apply to running. So a lot of the times when I was doing my London Marathon prep, my easy runs weren't so easy. My heart rate would go up to maybe 160, 165, and that is touching into that threshold pace, which is not really what you would want to train at, because you are not going fast enough to build speed, and you're not also going easy enough where you can recover quicker as well for the speed sessions later on. So the way that I train for my easy runs is that I just look at my heart rate. Pacing just goes out the door, because depending on what condition you're in, so for example, I'm in Hong Kong at the moment, it's very hot, it's very humid, my heart rate is going to be elevated. So I can't really be pushing the same paces that I would be back in London. So naturally, I'm just going to be looking at my heart rate. Pacing, just forget about it. Leave the ego at the door. I'm a very competitive person. I think we all do it. We look at other people, we compare ourselves, but just focus on your own training. I think my maximum for zone 2 is 158 or 59. But to be safe and to make sure we're actually within that zone 2, 152 is good enough. I used to use the calculation of 180 minus your age. However, there are some limitations in that. It's a bit of guesswork. So, if you are very serious about the training, definitely get a lactate threshold test done so you know exactly which zones you should be training in, and you'll be good to go.
Ay, ay, yeah. Ay. Go through the phase to get where we pray. We champion made, ain't nothing I changed. The streets that we paved, they throwing parades. Ay, nobody can hate on the road that I played. When everything's settled, let's see who remains. From dusk till dawn, from night till day. Ay, checking the game, was never afraid. Just calling my name, they fall into place. The land of elite, the home of the brave. Ay, nobody can hate on the toll that I paid. When everything's settled, let's see who remains. From dusk till dawn, from night till like day. Against the world, okay, gotta go against the grain. In a mud from a place that wasn't sterile. Get it done like it ain't no thing. Okay, I'm a flamethrower, bang. Feel like I got me a championship ring. Pop bottles, bang yo gang, rep yo set.
To just finish the calisthenics workout, I was working on the muscle up using bands, but going for 2 reps this time. So hopefully next week I can get back to doing the every rep on the minute for 10 minutes unassisted. So let's see. But the second mistake that I made when it did come to my training was not actually doing any strength training, especially in the lower body. I'm pretty sure for the majority of my block, I don't think I really did any leg sessions, and it did show. The physios that I've been to in the last couple of weeks have noticed that my feet are extremely weak. Like, there is not much stability in the feet, and yeah, it shows because, you know, I was getting a lot of ankle pain when I was running, especially at the beginning, doing a lot of volume. And having weak feet means that your foot will collapse with each stride, meaning that you will lose a lot of energy in your steps, and therefore using a lot more energy than really needed to run the same amount of distance. And yeah, my ankles did hurt a lot, my feet kept hurting a lot. So now I've learned from that mistake, and I'm now going to prioritize doing my strength training. So yeah, prioritize your strength training in the legs, especially for your feet, your mobility, and also your stability as well.
Hello everybody, we're doing a track workout today.
Be where you are. Be where you
Alright, it's week number 5 of the programme. We are at the Aberdeen track. It's actually the first time I'm here in the evening, which is nice because the sun's not burning on me. But the workout for today, we've got 3 kilometres at conversational pace, 2 1 kilometres at 4:10, 2 800s at 4:05, 2 600s at 4 minutes per pace. 2 400s at 3:55, and then 2 200s at 3:45, and then a 2k cool down. Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it? So I think I need to get a move on, otherwise everyone would be gone.
be where you
Yeah.
be where you are. Be where you be where you are.
Second set.
Be where you be where you be where you are. Be where you be where you be where you be where you be where you
Yeah, it's fine.
be where you are.
Yeah. No, that was fine. I'm happy that 2 laps are over. So now, the max.
Be where you are.
So 600, 400, and 200.
Be where you are.
Well, that's fine though.
Be where you are.
Oh. It's good fun out here. I used to do track, so I used to do sprinting. So whenever I come around the bend and it's just a straight, you just think about running tall, less backside mechanics, just like bring your leg forward and then just let the line come to you. That was hard. So the last and final mistake that I made was running at a very low cadence. So I think for me, I was placing too much power on each stride, and that means I was overstriding, and that's why I had a lot of knee pain. So now I'm trying to turn my legs over a lot quicker, because back in November, December, I think my average cadence was like 150 something, which is really low. So now I've got it up to around 160 something, which is still quite low, but I'm trying to pick my legs back up because I think I'm quite a lazy runner.
Increase by 10%.
Yeah.
Knee pain and
Yeah. So I don't have too much knee pain anymore actually. Maybe because I'm also quite light now. I'm 71 kilos. Whereas back in November I was at least 75, 76. But the main mistake was the low cadence.
Alright, we're back home. Just finishing editing this vlog for you guys. And yeah, those are all of the 3 mistakes that I made. First one, not running my runs easy. Second one, not prioritizing strength training. And the last one is running at a low cadence. So those are the mistakes that I made. Hopefully you can maybe have a think about if you're doing any of these things and maybe train a bit smarter as well, because I think we all want to be as quick as we can, and you know, we want to get those fast times quickly, but I feel like any endurance sport is sort of a long game. Like it takes quite a while to train your heart, but it will come with patience and hard work. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on the whole running thing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, please consider subscribing, liking the video. It'll give me the extra motivation to continue making these vlogs for you guys. So I'll see you in the next one.